In 1929, a quiet street in Cleveland started doing something that still doesn't make sense. It began with a smell sweet at first, then rotten. Neighbors thought a rat had died under a porch somewhere. Then the flies came, swarms of them. Then the heat settled in, thick and suffocating. One afternoon, a tenant knocked on his landlord's door, needing to ask about a rent receipt again. The landlord didn't answer. The next day, the mailbox was overflowing. The windows stayed shut, day after day, and the same thin line of smoke kept curling out of the chimney, as if someone was still inside, trying to keep the place warm. Finally, the police forced the door open. The air inside wasn't just bad, it was heavy. It felt like trying to breathe through a wet cloth. In the basement, they found a stove that had been used far, far too many times. Beside it was a pile of ash that didn't look like wood. And here's the part that made even the most hardened officers step backward. This wasn't just one crime, it was a pattern. All across the city, people had been disappearing. Drifters, day laborers, someone's uncle who supposedly went to find work, a neighbor who people thought had just moved away. Now this basement was telling a very different story. It was a story the newspapers would soon call the Cleveland Torso Murders, a killer who did just take lives. But he erased identities. No face, no name, no goodbye. As investigators started following the trail, they realized something terrifying. The killer wasn't hiding out in the woods or some remote cabin. He was close. He was one of them. He was likely close enough to walk home after committing his terrible acts. They eventually zeroed in on a suspect. A man with access. A man with possible reasons. They even brought him in for questioning. The city held its breath, thinking the nightmare was finally over. But then right when everyone thought it was finished, another body appeared. And the question that still hangs over American history is a simple one. Did they catch the wrong man? Or did the real killer only stop because he wanted to be remembered this way? Forever a ghost in the city's memory. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more stories like this.